everybody, and welcome back to the Auxiliary Podcast. This is episode 3, and we are going to play a little game for you tonight called Wiki-WOW. Woo! But before we get to that, all right, before we get to that, I just wanted to go around and give everybody a chance to introduce themselves. You guys have seen me before in the last 2 episodes. My name is Genevieve, and Kelly, who are you?
My name is Kelly, and that was part of my spiel.
I just took your whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm happy to be here. I am in my kids' room. I have a couple of kids. They're 6 and 9, and their room is filled with art. My daughter recently told me she doesn't want her room filled with art. It's too much art. But I'm like, what, you're making all this art? So anyway, I'm really glad to be here and talk about all these educational things.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the podcast, Kelly. We're happy to have you. Woo-hoo. And next we have Dan. Dan, what's your name?
My name is not Dan. It's really insulting that you've been calling me Dan this whole time.
Okay, it's recording. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Auxiliary Podcast. This is episode 3, and we are going to play a little game for you tonight called Wiki-WOW. Woo! But before we get to that, all right, before we get to that, I just wanted to go around and give everybody a chance to introduce themselves. You guys have seen me before in the last 2 episodes. My name is Genevieve, and Kelly, who are you?
My name is Kelly, and that was part of my spiel.
I just took your whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm happy to be here. I am in my kids' room. I have a couple of kids. They're 6 and 9, and their room is filled with art. My daughter recently told me she doesn't want her room filled with art. It's too much art. But I'm like, what, you're making all this art? So anyway, I'm really glad to be here and talk about all these educational things.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the podcast, Kelly. We're happy to have you. Woo-hoo. And next we have Dan. Dan, what's your name?
My name is not Dan. It's really insulting that you've been calling me Dan this whole time.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, my name is Dan. I was on episode 1, and then I took episode 2 off, which is why it dropped so hard in quality. So I'm glad to be back here for episode 3 to get this podcast back on track.
All right, well, let's see what you got, because the following game is something of your creation. So I'm just going to let you explain it, and if it's terrible, it's your fault.
Exactly. I take all the blame, but all the credit also if it's great. It's high risk, high reward. So we are all 3 of us, and more broadly, all 8 of us in the auxiliary. I would say we're experts. We're very knowledgeable people. We know a lot of things. We have very highbrow conversations about literature and the events of the day. And we are generally just some of the 8 smartest people you will ever meet.
Yeah, geniuses, if you will.
Super geniuses, I would say. Yeah. But the collective knowledge of humanity available through the internet is even greater than, as hard as that is to believe, than the 8 of us put together. So, and they have put all of their knowledge up on a website called WikiHow, which can tell you how to do anything. If you want to open a bank account, you can go to WikiHow and get detailed step-by-step instructions on how to open a bank account.
What if I want to open a bank?
Well, you probably could do it on WikiHow. There's everything.
Does it have illegal things?
Well, that's a good question.
Very good.
If you want to rob a bank, how do you do that?
We'll explore that maybe next time, because I'm very excited to see if that's true. But we are going to pit the experts at WikiHow against the experts on the auxiliary in a little game I like to call Wiki-WOW. So how this is going to work is I have a few WikiHow articles queued up, and I'm going to ask our experts at the auxiliary to guess each step of the article as it's laid out, exactly how you do this thing. And we'll see if they are as smart as the people on WikiHow.
Yeah.
All right. That's basically the rules. I'm getting really blown out now by the lighting. It's really bothering me. But are we ready to begin?
Yeah.
Ready.
All right, so our first article for tonight, I knew we were going to have some women on our first episode, so I did tailor this one specifically to some experts in the subject. Our first article is How to Get a Boy to Kiss You. This is co-authored by WikiHow staff, and it's got a check mark next to it, so you know it's good.
I don't know why anyone would need an instruction manual on that, but
Yeah,
okay.
right.
I mean, I guess for the less fortunate out there, we can help them out.
And it was last updated March 31st, 2020, so it's even current for Rona.
Sure. How to get a guy to kiss you during Rona?
Rona, it's
now
a lot harder.
That's the challenge. With the two-face mask.
Kiss me on your mask.
That's not a bad idea. You should wait.
This is
definitely a bad idea.
It depends on what boy.
If they live in your house.
So this is the article description. It's a problem faced by girls everywhere. How to get the boy you like to kiss you. The good news is that if the two of you have been spending a lot of time together and you know he likes you, he's probably a little nervous and just needs a gentle push in the right direction. All you need to do is play your cards right and send the right signals, and the two of you will be locking lips in no time. Here's how. All right, so this is method 1. Be prepared.
Well, there's multiple methods.
There's multiple methods. This is
great.
There's a whole lot. So what do you think step 1 of method 1 to how to get a boy to kiss you is?
Wear your mask.
Well, that's going to make things interesting. So my first step, put on some extra eyeliner to distract from the mask.
Okay. So the Rona thing might have been a distraction because I don't think this is fully Rona applied. So we're
okay.
back.
So we've gotten our coronavirus test. We're all we're fine.
We've gotten his test.
Gotcha.
That is great because there will be a lot of kissing going on once that happens.
A lot of kissing. It's gonna be like that one picture from the end of World War II, but like everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like this article is directed at just a heterosexual relationship, right? Man and a woman.
Yeah, definitely heterosexual.
Okay, so I think the first step is
or maybe bi, but still into guys.
So I think the first step is to identify as a woman, or at least somebody who's attracted to men.
Okay.
That's my guess for step 1.
Okay. I'll agree.
All right. Well, again, I think as we establish...
Well, identify you're a straight woman.
Okay, that's good too.
Yeah.
You should have a shirt made that says, I am a straight woman. I am looking for men. But again, you're starting too early. Step 1 is just prepare your lips, ladies. The first step, that's what they say, the first step in getting a boy to kiss you is to have utterly kissable, irresistible lips. Nobody wants to kiss dry, cracked lips. So get a good lip balm and apply it frequently. Perfect.
Okay, you know what? Lip balm is an absolute scam. It is a heist. It actually dries your lips out more. So if you ever put that stuff on, nobody should be kissing you because you're an idiot and you should live your life alone.
Except in winter, it's really needed.
Yeah, my lips get destroyed in winter.
No, it makes them even drier.
Not for me. I look like
they have petroleum in them. It makes your lips drier. Oh,
what should we do instead of that when our lips are?
You should drink some water.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Okay. You should and just
done. Right in my mind.
Just
hey, cheers.
And you should avoid bright lipsticks and sticky lip glosses because those can get messy and even ruin your kiss because you come away and the guy's like, oh, I'm all over my lips.
Red lipstick is the key to any good makeup look. Who wrote this shit?
WikiHow staff. These are the experts.
Lipstick. I don't like the way I look
Genevieve.
with lipsticks.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me.
All right, so we're 0 for 1 right now. Let's move on to step 2. What do we think step 2 is?
Okay, so you prepared your lips with stupid drying chapstick of some kind. Okay, so I think the second step after you slather on a bunch of stupid petroleum jelly is to
be naked.
Perfect. Why wear clothes? Why?
Sorry, Kelly. I get you. You actually hit the exact opposite of what they say, which is dress your best.
Are you saying that's not my best?
To put this out to all of my wives watching the podcast right now, I have seen Kelly in clothes. I have never seen Kelly without clothes, so I cannot conclusively say which is
conclusively.
Oh my god. Yeah, somehow we've avoided getting completely nude during improv practice in the past. I don't know how.
We're wearing clothes on improv.
You really want a kiss?
Boring.
Just be naked and cut to the chase. It's a long article.
So, dress your best. Always try to look your best around the boy you're hoping to kiss. You'll feel way more confident if your hair looks good or you're wearing your favorite skirt. And confidence is super important when it comes to kissing.
My favorite piece of clothing is elephant cardigans. Does it say anything about elephant cardigans?
It does not, but I do like your elephant cardigans.
Thank you.
Very good look. I got a new hoodie today. It's purple. It shows up blue sort of because of the lighting, but
cool.
See, I often wear like I don't like wearing things with sleeves, but then see this happens. But like that's probably something you should do if you're trying to kiss.
I don't.
Yeah, if you're trying to get some kissing on.
Wear a lot of tank tops and make your bra not fit perfectly well.
Just another little tip here. Smelling good also helps. If you have a date planned, make sure your hair is freshly washed and apply a little bit of your favorite perfume, though nothing overpowering, on your wrists and behind your ears.
Okay, this was very obviously written before quarantine because I have not showered in 2 months and I'm not planning to start again anytime soon. So.
All right, so I'll give Kelly a half point for the
either.
last question because she was in the right ballpark of clothing. Just
Who, me?
the wrong amount of it, yeah. So we have 1.5 out of, or a half out of 2. So step 3. What do we think step 3 is?
Okay, now that you've rubbed a bunch of crap on your lips and you're wearing something that makes you look good, you should, I feel like it's gonna be something like make eye contact. Is that it?
Okay, can I offer my opinion?
Yeah, go ahead, Kelly.
I think you should get them drunk.
Oh, Kelly. I love how cutthroat you are about this.
Kelly's in it to win it.
Kelly's in it to win it on the kissing game. Step 3 is have fresh breath. This is probably goes without saying, apparently not for us, but you should always try your best to have fresh breath. And also fresh breasts whenever there's a chance of kissing.
I thought you said bread. I'm like, what?
Fresh bread, yeah. If you're hungry, like have some bread.
Yeah, bring some of that banana bread you've been making anyway, and he'll be more likely to kiss you. Sounds great.
You should also try.
Boys like food.
Boys are motivated by food. They're like dogs that way.
Key to a man's heart through his stomach.
You should also try to avoid eating foods with a lot of garlic, anything too spicy, or anything that might make you burp, not attractive, before or during a date.
So this article was written by vampires. Okay, gotcha.
All right. And the garlic's really good for you. So
we have...
I mean, I think if you're naked, you can eat some garlic.
Yeah, I mean, that's like grading.
Them's the rules.
At that point, you just have a big hunk of garlic, like,
What do you want more?
What do you want?
Show dominance by biting directly into a head of garlic.
All right, so
men love a confident woman.
We have making our lips very kissable. We put on our best clothes, not naked, and then we have very fresh breath. So what is step 4?
Okay, now do we meet the guy? Do we have to go on a dating app? Is it download Tinder?
No, we've met the guy.
We already know the guy.
Yeah, we have our target.
Confused by the timeline here.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we have fresh breath.
Mm-hmm. We're wearing clothes, unfortunately.
We say, I would really like you to kiss me.
That is a good move. It has, as a guy, I will be honest, that move has worked on me very many times. Okay,
all right. So that's how you do it. Is that step 4? Are we
That's not according to the idiot. Step 4 is choose the right location. You want to remember your first kiss with this guy as romantic, right? Then make sure to choose an appropriate location. Large, loud parties in front of all your friends are not a good idea. Actually, that's super hot. You'll feel way more pressure, and it'll definitely make things awkward. Instead, try going somewhere private, but not secluded, because, creepy. Like a park, the pier, or the corner booth in a cafe?
Okay, so absolutely none of these are options during quarantine. So
Yeah.
what the hell are we supposed to do?
You could get on a Zoom call and be like,
just aim for the webcam.
Will it damage the screen to kiss with tongue on a Zoom call?
It depends
Almost
on how
definitely, yes.
strong your tongue is.
How much spit comes out in the
Tongueless kisses.
But there's always a nice bowl of rice you can stick your device in after you slobber all over your webcam.
I'm gonna skip ahead here. Step 5 was relax, whatever. But let's get on to method 2 now, which is send the right signals.
Okay. Start that.
So step 1 for sending the right signal. Sending the right signal.
I mean, if you're naked, you've already sent the biggest signal.
That's a pretty big signal.
Can we get a hint? Like, where do we even start? Where's the timeline?
So you are with the boy in the park or at the pier or in a corner booth of a cafe. The two of you have a nice dinner. You haven't had too much spice or garlic. Your breath is still on point. You are wanting to move things to the next level. What do you do?
I'm going to say it's make eye contact. There's got to be make eye contact in here somewhere. Yeah. That's my vote.
Yeah. Okay. And so guys like it when you give that like doe-eyed look, like you don't understand, but you really want to be taught something.
So I'm reading ahead a little bit. So that was step 2 of this one. Step 1 is compliment him. Guys are a little insecure too. They like a nice compliment.
Where's my compliment?
Look, this is a guide for you. We'll get to the guys guide on an all boys episode.
We should do that
one. Once you have prepared yourself and decided that tonight's the night, it's time to start sending out the kiss me signals. Giving the boy a compliment is a great place to start. He'll feel great about himself, and it'll make him like you even more, making the possibility of a kiss ever more likely. Say something flattering yet honest, like, I love your eyes, or you're one of the coolest people I've ever met. Which,
come on.
Yeah, that's not honest. That's flattering, not honest. Or if you want to be even more obvious, you can tell him that you love his lips. A very natural thing to tell another person.
Nope.
Hey, you are really, really good at reading signals.
Hey, you don't subscribe to the patriarchal norms of society.
Yeah, boy.
Or do you?
You're really good at splitting the check. All right.
Oh man. All right. So we complimented this dude.
We've complimented him. Then we move on to the step that you got was smile and make eye contact.
Yes, finally.
Guys are attracted to happy, confident girls. But be happy and be confident weren't on this list before. So show off those winning personality traits by smiling a lot and looking him directly in the eye. Smiling a lot will make you see.
Just go full demon face. And if he can handle it, he can stay.
All right. So
like...
after smiling, making on eye contact, you're doing that. You've got his eyes. What do you do next?
Serial murder him.
Yeah, right. Sounds like we're not allowed to actually just kiss him, which is what I've always done. Because
no, you want him to kiss you.
Oh, okay. We're getting the guy to kiss. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Why don't you kiss them?
Okay, well, we're only at the eye contact phase. So, like, is the next step, like, tilt your head and, like, lean forward? Because I feel like that's...
Yeah.
You got it.
Right. The body language stuff.
Oh, no. Genevieve just moved way ahead. That's in method 3. Kiss like a pro. We're still on method 2. Send the right signal.
Oh, for the like, socially less aggressive ones, perhaps. Okay. Yeah. So we made eye contact. That's really something.
Step 3 is draw attention to your lips. Drawing attention to your lips will get his attention in a not so subtle way and make him think about kissing you.
I mean, how do you do that without being like...
Well, here we go. Try not to be too obvious about it. You should make it look like you're doing it without thinking. Yep.
Bite your lip. Because if you do this is way too forward. That's weird.
Oh.
Like, bite your lip. But I think I naturally bite my lip when I'm in that state, so I think that's natural.
All right. So now that you've bit your lip a few times, he's probably wondering
It's bleeding.
Blood gushing down. But since he's a vampire, that's kind of working for him.
So what's step 4?
Step 4. Go get a Band-Aid for your bleeding lips. Possibly stitches if you really overdid it. I don't. So, what would possibly come out? Like, do you just ask? Like, do you say like?
Oh
hey,
no, we're not asking. We're asking
No.
like way down. I'll say asking is step 6 of this method. So we have 4 and 5, and then we ask at step 6.
Oh my god.
Okay.
This is exhausting.
Like Genevieve said, it's body language, right? So you bite your lips, like tilt your head, look up, adoringly.
Look down, right? Like.
Oh. Well, not that obvious. You can't like do that. It's just like, are you trying to intimate something else? I don't know, but that would work.
Well, you're already fully naked, so you're
Yeah, Kelly's
Kelly's
at like
naked.
step
He won't let me.
15.
He won't let me. I'm pretending I'm not.
Okay, what is it?
Step 4 is make physical contact.
Oh,
Sometimes
okay.
boys can feel awkward or unsure about
Right.
making the first move, but just by making physical contact, you're letting him know that it's okay to kiss you. Try giving him a playful push, brushing your fingers through his hair, holding his hand. I can't do that. Oh, there we go. I have 2 hands. Or giving him a spontaneous hug. He'll immediately feel
Those are good.
comfortable around you and hopefully get the message.
Like the hug is weird though. It's like, oh, and then you're just like.
Yeah, the hug's
Can
a
you
little bit
imagine like someone on the date like having this article up on your phone like, oh shit, what was step 3 again? Step 4.
wait, I gotta go back.
Gotta go back. Oh no,
Oh,
I
no,
had fast.
Oh no, I had garlic bread for dinner. What do I do?
He took me to an Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're hugging for reasons.
You're hugging for reasons. This is not a particularly well-written article. So that hugging sort of overlaps with step 5, which is use a ruse. Use an excuse to get up close and personal with the guy. Pick some imaginary fluff out of his hair. Challenge him to a staring contest.
No, don't do that.
Ew.
Don't do that
What are
part.
we in 3rd grade now?
Or tell him that you're cold, or ask if you can snuggle closer to him.
That's a good one. Some of these are okay.
Yeah, some of these
Some
are
are
like
okay.
very basic moves.
I don't know. Okay,
I just think-
sure.
Yeah, I know, but I kind of think you
A good
probably
one-
would just do it naturally.
Hey, my lip is bleeding. Can you wipe it off for me?
You know,
Lick
I've
your
just
lips.
been so devoid of human contact because of social distancing. Can we just get closer?
I mean, that might work.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, it'd probably work.
The close contact will let him know that you're interested and make it much easier for him to lean for a kiss. And then Kelly is finally vindicated. Step 6, give him a hint. And
Okay.
I'm gonna open.
You're gonna say
I'm gonna
something else?
no, get naked, get super naked. I'm gonna
Something.
Woo!
Okay.
share screen real quickly on this one
Okay.
because the picture is just too good to hide.
What are you waiting for? Kiss
Yeah.
me.
This is not a hint.
Boys can be a little dull sometimes, so if he's not picking up on any of your so subtle signals, it may be time to give him a more obvious hint. Wow.
Yeah. So that's not a hint. The picture is
That's not a hint.
clearly
That's
him.
very direct.
Kiss me.
Yeah, we went from putting on lip gloss to that in like 6 steps. I don't.
That's basically doing it without
Yeah.
doing it.
Pretty
Mhm.
much.
So we're on method 3. The boy knows without a doubt that you want to kiss him. You are imminent kissing. Kissing is so close, but you have several steps to get through before you kiss. So Genevieve got this one. Step 1 is tilt that head.
Finally. Okay, now we're tilting. We're getting somewhere.
The most important thing, because some of us have these big old noses, you do not want to have sort of a Titanic with the iceberg situation. when you try that kiss. So tilt your head. If he's taller than you, then, go off like this. I don't know what it's like. I'm usually like, trying to kiss a girl. But don't tilt your head too much or it'll look like you have a crick in your neck. Oh no, kiss me.
Is this article assuming that we are so dumb that we don't know how to make two things match up?
Well, welcome to WikiHow.
That's
Kelly.
WikiHow. Wiki-WOW, you're stupid.
So after you've tilted your head, what's the next step?
Lean in. I said this way a long time ago.
No,
yeah.
Leaning in is very advanced technique. That's
okay. So your head is tilted. There's kind of nowhere for you to go. You've already said, "What are you waiting for? Kiss me," and you're just sitting there like.
Close those eyes.
Go like this?
Genevieve, close those eyes. Closing your eyes when kissing makes it a much more romantic and sensory experience.
For a second, I thought you said close his eyes, and I was like, that's
eyes.
Weird. You're like,
no.
Although, however, this is for the real geniuses in the audience. You shouldn't close your eyes until you're sure you know exactly where you're going.
I feel like this article should have been broken out into two parts, like how to kiss at all.
Yeah, does it ever get to that, or are we just in preparation mode the whole time?
Oh, we're getting there.
Okay.
We are at. So I think the kiss happens between step 4 and step 5.
Oh.
Okay.
We're on step 3, which is
okay.
What do you think step 3 is? Now we have our eyes closed.
Okay, you have your eyes closed.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, go for it.
Well, if it's not pucker up, because that's ridiculously obvious, then maybe it's whisper.
But you already said out loud, what
yeah,
are you waiting for? Kiss me.
Beyond whispering at this point. You are so close to kissing. You're like this. You're like this.
I can't lean in.
It's still not leaning in. That's still not okay. What about grab
leaning
the back of his head?
So step 3 is just a little warning. Be gentle. Don't be an aggressive kisser.
Oh, gently grab the back of his head.
At least not for the first kiss. Your first kiss with a guy should be slow and soft.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
Yeah, maybe you don't want it to. Maybe it's be hard and rough. Okay?
Look,
maybe it's that kind of relationship.
Look, these people are looking up 15-step processes on how to kiss. I don't think it's that kind of relationship.
That's fair. Okay.
Valid point.
Okay, so be gentle is apparently step whatever.
Remember, there's no pressure to French kiss the first time round, but if you do, you should try gently massaging his tongue with your own.
Why does that sound so disgusting?
All right.
So, I think my first kiss, I think he read this article. I mean, I know that was in the past.
He had it printed out. He was holding it behind him.
It was not good. Okay? Really bad.
So step 4 then is hold him close. There's leaning in, sort of.
Finally.
You've got there. So again, this article is poorly written. The kiss definitely happens between step 4 and 5. There's no concrete step where it's like, put your lips on his lips. So
it's like the scene in a movie where the camera fades out and then it comes back and the characters are just sitting there next to each other.
So we'll run through step 5, which is keep it short and sweet. The first kiss shouldn't wear out his jaw. You should always leave him wanting more. Try to keep it around the 20-second mark.
You're
your stopwatch out.
Counts.
Beep. Oh, sorry.
But not short enough. That's short enough that he'll be eager to do it again. Don't be afraid to pull away if you're not into it, or if it's going somewhere you're not comfortable with. Hey, that's fair.
I mean, you went through all that work and now you're just gonna be like, nah, never mind.
All right, so you have done everything. You have great lips. Breath is awesome. You bit your lip a couple times, bled a little bit, complimented him, leaned in, everything. You kissed, you counted to 20, you pulled away. What's the last thing you want to do for your first kiss with a boy?
Bail before the check comes.
Huh? Oh.
I said bail before the check comes.
Oh, that check. I was like, from the government because of coronavirus.
It's been a while since any of us have gone to a restaurant.
$1,200, baby. For one kiss, not a bad rate, if I do say so myself.
No, I think the last step should be I don't know. Okay, so you're done kissing. It's been 20 seconds. I don't know, like slap him in the face just to like make it a more dramatic moment.
Oh,
Ooh, that's good.
I don't know. I think it could be like just leave abruptly and be like, talk to you later, or like
Peace.
I like that though. That's very strong. I mean, Kelly's coming in with some very strong moves. Way too strong for the writers at WikiHow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be compliment him again.
Oh
Remember
my God.
that he was as probably as nervous about kissing you as you were about kissing him. So once you've pulled away, ease his nerves by smiling and confirming that you enjoyed the kiss. Just say something simple like, that was fun, or you're a great kisser, why? He'll feel happy and relieved while also feeling much more confident about leaning in for round 2. Now you have exactly where you want him.
So you shouldn't go, okay, bye.
Yeah, Kelly, you have a question?
Have either of you ever done that? Been like, that was great. I mean, like the first time.
I mean, I've probably said some dumb shit right after getting kissed the first time.
Yeah, I think if it was great, I would be doing it more.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't have time for conversation because you'd be going in for another round.
I've never read a website article on how to kiss and strategize that I should say something cool or dorky or whatever.
Maybe that's the problem, Dan.
Yeah. Well, clearly.
I'm kidding.
I haven't had a first kiss in so long. What's my problem?
Because you've been married for how long?
Almost 5.
It's not an excuse. Okay, it is.
All right, so that's how we play Wiki-WOW.
And scene.
All right, did we enjoy?
Yeah, that was a wild ride.
That was fun.
So there are many related WikiHows on a very similar subject. How to get a boy to kiss you when you're not dating him. How to get a guy to kiss you.
When you're not dating? Oh, okay.
How to kiss a boy for the first time. How to get a 13-year-old boy to kiss you. Oh, no.
Oh, God, no. Pass.
Oh.
When you're 13 and he's
yeah, I'm sure it's when you're 13. How to choose between 2 guys. That's a good one.
Ooh, I might need that one someday.
How to tell if a boy likes you on the internet.
Oh, interesting.
But so for our probably second and final Wiki-WOW of the night, there's some very mundane stuff like how to straighten your hair. There's some stuff that should be sort of natural but also really intensely laid out in too many steps for real life things like kissing and dating, and there's probably some sex ones too, which will be real fun to read. And then there's some ones that are a little different. So this article is entitled, How to Convince Your Friends You're a Mermaid.
Sorry. How to convince your friends you're a mermaid.
Are you actually a mermaid?
No, you are a human being, but you want to convince your friends that you're a mermaid.
Okay, so Kelly and I have gone completely insane, and we're trying to explain to the troop that we've become mermaids somehow. Okay, I'm on board. I'm ready. I'm half fish. I got a tail.
So just some quick stats on this article. This article was co-authored by WikiHow staff editor. It's got a check mark next to it, which means it was validated.
Quality advice.
Quality advice. 40 co-authors, updated January 30th, 2020. So within the
very
last
recent
year.
A lot of mermaid converts.
81,000 views. So a lot of mermaids out there.
I'm ready. I'm ready to be one of them, and I'm ready to tell everybody else that I am one.
Convincing your friends you're a mermaid can be fun and simple by doing things like altering your look and studying up on mermaid mythology. Dress like a mermaid by wearing lots of pastel colors and picking out accessories made of seashells and pearls. You can even style your hair to have light beach waves or a pastel hue to go with your look.
Oh my god, I'm already like there.
There you go.
I mean, so this is my daughter.
Hey, Scarlett.
Hi, Scarlett.
And she would like to know this because
Okay,
she loves mermaids.
Scarlett, this is great advice for you.
Yeah.
Learn about as much about mermaids as possible so you can share your knowledge with your friends. Giving your bedroom a mermaid-inspired look will help fully convince your friends you're a mermaid.
So move into a fish tank.
I'm not a big fish tank.
Move into a kiddie pool. Hey, Ben.
Hi, Ben. He wants to be a mermaid too.
So, method 1, dressing like a mermaid. So what do we think step 1 of method 1 is?
Kill a giant fish.
Ooh, that's good. That is very strong.
I mean, you kind of need that to be convincing.
That seems a little gory, though. I was going to say, like...
But I don't know how else it's going to work.
Can't you make a synthetic tail? Oh, see, look.
Oh, wow.
One of these things.
That is
You don't
actually...
need to slaughter a Moby Dick to make your mermaid costume.
That's actually the correct thing for step 1, which is wear clothing that's pastel or sequin to give off a mermaid vibe.
Wow.
Pastel
what about the seashell bra?
Green, blue, purple, and coral are all great options. All right. And then Genevieve called number 2, choose clothes that have mermaid graphics for a bolder look. Pick out sea-themed clothing, looking for things like shirts with seashell pictures over the chest, or skirts with mermaid scales patterns on them. You could even wear a graphic t-shirt with a picture of a mermaid or beach scene on it.
And this is supposed to convince your friends that
we're
are
setting
an
the
actual
stage.
mermaid.
You know how
planting
like,
the
when I want to convince my friends I'm a human, I wear shirts with people all over it.
So
I'm gonna convince my cat that I'm a mermaid. I feel like he'll believe me.
So I think, is this the second step?
Yeah, that was step 2.
Okay. Well, can I give my thoughts on step 3?
Yep.
Okay. I think you should study the movie Splash.
Oh, that's a
that's
good
a
one.
good movie.
Unfortunately, Kelly, I have a sneaking suspicion that people writing this article are too young to have seen Splash, but...
Well, it's on some channel right now. I watched it the other day. I don't know. It's on some streaming channel.
It's probably on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's it. And they're watching that.
Yeah.
Because they have the mentality of a 12-year-old. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Disney Plus has older stuff. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I guess the Little Mermaid, is that it?
We'll see how we get there, but we'll go through these next 3 steps. Step 3 is pick out jewelry made of things like pearls and shells. Step 4 is find hair accessories that pull together your mermaid look, like hair clips with shells.
What shells going around?
Just be covered in seashells.
Maybe shells all over your body.
And, attach it to your shoulder.
Could you buy a bunch of seaweed and just put it on your body?
And then you both got to what step 5 is. Get a mermaid tail to take your mermaid look to the next level.
So you could either slaughter a giant fish, like Kelly suggested, or just buy one online.
Buy one online. Go online and type usable mermaid tails into a search engine and find a lot of options. Don't type unusable mermaid tails. All right.
Are your friends really going to be convinced? Are your friends really stupid?
Yeah, get really dumb friends. That should be step 1.
So method 2 is doing your hair and makeup. We get that. It's pastel, wavy beach stuff.
Ooh, naturally makeup. There.
More pastel, waves, we get it. We want to get to method 3, acting like a mermaid.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna guess that step 1, like Kelly and I were saying earlier, is just to watch a bunch of mermaid movies and read mermaid books.
You are
And there's mermaid shows on TV right now, a lot of them.
Absolutely right, Genevieve. Study mermaid lore and ocean facts so you can talk about these topics.
Ocean facts.
Read books or online articles about mythology, mermaid lore, and any related fairy tales so you know as much about mermaids as possible. It's a good idea to learn about your nearest ocean or body of water that you'd be swimming in as a mermaid, in case you're asked about it. In the Potomac, that would be some dirty mermaids. So now that you've read up on your mermaid lore, watched your mermaid movies, you really want to act like a mermaid. What is the number one thing you want to do?
Swim lessons.
Oh, yeah.
You got to swim, right? Like, you can't not swim.
Oh, we'll get to that. But first...
Oh, I'm jumping the gun here.
Yeah, you're jumping the gun. Sing, whenever possible, to imitate a mermaid's musical charm. If you're a good singer, sing to yourself.
Oh, voice lesson.
Like when you're walking between classes or hanging out with friends. If you'd rather not sing, try humming or listening to mermaid music while you're out with your friends. You know, mermaid music.
I feel like, oh yeah, sorry guys, hold on, I need to listen to this hot jam real quick.
Are you
under the sea? Under the sea.
Yeah, what other mermaid music is there?
Well, they say mermaid music is mermaid playlists you can find online. Apparently, that includes.
We need to Google that and share that with the world.
I'll
edit some in here.
Celtic and underwater sounds.
Great, love it.
But remember, avoid singing during class or other times when you're supposed to be quiet so you're not disruptive. You know, I think it would be actually stronger if you sang during class, and then your teacher is like, Annie, stop singing all the time. You're like, Miss Thompson, I'm a mermaid. I have to sing.
Yeah, you got to sell it. You're trying to convince everyone you're a mermaid. You can't just stop singing out of nowhere. Come on. What kind of weak-ass mermaid are you?
So you've annoyed your friends with all of your mermaid songs. What's another way that you can really alienate them?
Let's see. Refuse to walk anywhere because your legs don't work anymore unless you're underwater. That'd be pretty annoying. What's your guess?
I don't know. You let your legs get really dry so they get scaly.
Ooh, that's good.
Paint them so that they look like I don't know. This is tricky because I don't think it's ever gonna work.
No, you see, Genevieve had the right idea. You at this point, apparently, you're just trying to annoy your friends into believing that you're a mermaid. Okay. Is you bring up mermaid topics subtly in conversation with your friends. Whenever someone talks about swimming, mythology, the ocean, or any other topic related to mermaids, this is a great time to show off your mermaid knowledge. Bringing up the topic yourself is easy to do by asking your friends a question like, did you see that TV show on underwater explorations? Or what's your favorite beach you've been to recently? Or do you think anyone in this friend group is secretly a mermaid?
Why don't you just shout in their faces, say I'm a mermaid! Say it!
I'm a mermaid! Remember, talk to your friends about how fast you can swim or what you've learned about the ocean's tides.
Oh, we haven't even taken swimming classes yet. We're already bragging about our final time here. Guess how fast I can do 50 meters. You're like, I don't even know yet. I've never gotten in a pool.
All right. Well, that's very good that you brought that up because that leads us right into step 4, which is avoid touching water to show your friends you're a true mermaid.
That's very Splash-esque. Yeah.
It's
that yell and scream like, oh my god! If someone gets water on you, like I can't show anybody. They'll arrest me and put me in a big
okay. I forgot that aspect of the movie Splash. Sorry.
Well,
have you not seen it? Because it's a great movie.
Not in many years.
it's. I wouldn't say it's a classic, but it's an oldie but a goodie.
I watched it like a month ago. When we got Disney Plus, and yeah, it was good. I liked it.
It's said that if a mermaid touches water, she only has a few seconds before she turns into her true self. Avoid things like water fountains and sinks and try to drink your water from a straw or a bottle. if you do get wet or splashed, act panic or dry yourself off as quickly as possible. Because if you don't, your whole fucking thing will be ruined.
Or you get the damn coronavirus because you're not washing your hands.
Or what if you do
water?
You get splashed? Right. Say you're in the lunchroom at school. You accidentally splash yourself with water. You act panicked, run out of the hallway, into the girls' bathroom, into a stall. You've stowed your tail in the stall.
You're like a superhero.
Yeah, and then when by the time everyone catches up to you, you flop out on the floor and like, oh
no! And they say, Shelby, what is your damn problem? You lost your freaking mind.
Yeah, then they take you away.
Shelby, you're not a fucking mermaid.
You're intensive psychotherapy.
All right. But remember, I guess I violated the own rules from WikiHow here. Is 5, be discreet to convince your friends properly. If you're constantly talking about how you're a mermaid, your friends aren't going to take you seriously.
Doesn't that directly contradict the previous step, which is to talk about mermaid crap all the time?
Look, you have to subtly talk about mermaid crap all the time because apparently your friends are idiots.
I got a good one. So you make a photo album and you Photoshop yourself as a fish being born. I mean, all that.
Like emerging from your egg.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, but you got your tail.
Well, actually, Kelly, I'm gonna go through method 4, which is creating a mermaid bedroom, which is really boring and obvious stuff. Again, coral and fish stuff everywhere, shells. But step 6 is keep a mermaid diary out for your friends to glimpse.
So not only are your friends stupid, they're also freaking invasive who don't care about your privacy. They're like, oh, a diary. Let me read some of that.
You start a mermaid blog under a different name.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, so it's like, or under your mermaid name. So it's like Shelby of the Potomac.
Oh, Shelby.
Yeah. Your diary could say the life of a mermaid on the front, or like Shelby Mermaid, or my name's Shelby.
Diary of a Wimpy Mermaid.
Do you get it? Diary of a Wimpy Mermaid. Yeah, you're wimpy because apparently you're too afraid to just tell your friends that you're a mermaid.
If you even have friends at this point, I mean, I feel like they've all jumped ship.
Remember, write things in your journal like, I'm craving the ocean. Today my scales itched a lot, or I hope I get to swim with a pod of dolphins again.
Okay, if I open my friend's diary and the first sentence is my scales itched a lot, I'm not going to immediately jump to mermaid. I will just tell you that much.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you like dolphins. I don't know. People like dolphins. Who doesn't?
So, that is how to convince your friends that you're a mermaid. If you follow these steps, WikiHow guarantees that all your friends will believe you're a mermaid for some reason, and something good will happen because of that. I don't know.
How do they guarantee that?
They send an official verifier out to your address.
Yeah, it's just like Guinness World Records.
Yeah, it's like Guinness. Yeah, they note everything down. Well, Wiki-WOW, we've learned so much today. Yeah, thanks, Dan. That was super informative. I'm going to go convince everyone I'm a mermaid and then kiss every guy I meet. Coronavirus or not.
No, you can't kiss them. You can't kiss them.
Yeah, what if they get their saliva on you? Then you'll transform back into your mermaid form.
Oh, shit, you're right. I guess I can't do that. Well, this game has been very enlightening. I think that we've already learned too much, and we should immediately forget everything that we just learned so that we can do this again.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us for this edition of the Auxiliary Podcast. Please come back for more ridiculous games that we made up on the spot.
Bye.
Bye.